Hey guys, it's the Prince of Macedon, and I'm doing a Medieval 2 online commentary battle here. This is an England versus Turk battle. I am the English, and my opponent is Last Samurai 17 in command of the Turks. Let's look at my army first. I have two hidden squadrons of English knights in the forest over there. My infantry consists of 6 longbowmen. I've got the stake planted right in front of them to ward off a perceived frontal cavalry assault. These stakes will actually impale the horses. But I didn't see my enemy coming towards me, so I'm going to advance forward here. The center of my infantry line consists of English knights. These guys are hidden now, as you can see by their kneel. And they consist of four groups of English knights. They're all hidden, except for this unit right here. And over here are more of my longbowmen. I have 6 of them total. My opponent, most of the troops are hidden right now, but he has some Janissary archers here. And he also has some of his cavalry coming out. Actually, this is his entire cavalry force. There are 3 squadrons here. One is a bodyguard unit, with all the armor on that, and 2 of them are Sipahis. He's going in for a charge here, hoping to take out my longbowmen. Be tough taking out my longbows, but over here he thought he could take out my longbows in the center as well, but he didn't see my English knights hidden right here. My English knights were hidden right in front of the longbows back here, so my opponent had a nasty surprise when he saw these guys come out of hiding. These guys are fully armored, heavily equipped English knights. They're not on horseback, but they are still deadly, and they are great for fighting off cavalry. So anyways, over on the right, his his cavalry had some good success until my English knights came in to rescue that flank there. So here's his bodyguards. They're still in the fight, but they're trying to get away from my English knights, and they're going to run away now after they take out some of my bowmen. But my dismounted English knights are going to ward them off too. So now his enemy general is retreating, but look where he retreats to, right into my stakes. Bam! That was like 5 horses killed by my stakes there. Here he is. I believe he's going to rally back into the fight at some point. So anyways, let's look at some of my opponent's troops here. Most of them are still hidden though. Here's some dismounted Sipahi lancers. There is infantry units. Here's some Nafatoons. These guys are deadly. They're like light infantry units, but they have like little grenades, kind of like Molotov cocktails. And some more Janissary archers. These guys are very elite. I'm going to stop recording here, but this battle is really long. Basically, I'm going to move forward here. I'm going to move my English knights around the enemy's left flank, but I'm going to use the forest to screen their movement. And the rest of my infantry is going to advance forward right at the opponent's infantry line. So let's stop recording here to save time for the YouTube upload. Alright, so the fight has started again. My English knights are crashing down the enemy's right flank here. And down the center, my guys are getting nailed by his Nafatoons, as you can see here. I'll let you watch what a Nafatoon looks like when they throw their cocktails at me. I just killed the enemy's general. So look at what the Nafatoons are doing. It's like exploding my men. It's like my guys are freaking on fire. Not very good. Those little explosions there, those are the Nafatoons' little grenades. And they've actually routed this unit there. And those guys are pretty cheap to buy, the Nafatoons. So it's a very cost-effective unit there. So now we're going to engage at sword length, and this is where my English knights will excel at. And my English knights on horseback, they're coming down the enemy's right flank there. I'm going to crash in where I can. These are just Tau militia, and I want to get out of that fight as quickly as possible because Tau militia are very cheap units. Like they're basically peasants, but they can actually hold their own in Medieval 2 Total War, so you don't want to waste your elite troops on peasant units, because the peasants can fight back. I just delivered a flank attack on that unit of dismounted Sipahis, and they have routed. And here, there's a giant fight going on here. And I've launched a hammer and anvil assault with my English Knights and my dismounted English Knights. So here's the action up close, and this is what it looks like from on top. There's a big glob of Turkish soldiers getting surrounded here. But they're pretty brave, so they're going to fight for as long as they can. So let's look at the action here. My opponent's still firing at me from his right flank because I kind of ignored his right flank, so I could surround his infantry line here. I got more English Knights dismounted coming into the action, and that's not good for my opponent. Some of those units are starting to rout on this side, as you can see, a little white flag. Yeah, these guys aren't going to last too much longer. See, on this side, I left his right flank here, and they are still throwing crap at me, like missiles and flaming missiles, and Napatoons are throwing their little Molotovs at me too. But I've routed his infantry line, which is good news for me, because now I can turn my attention towards those light infantry units that are harassing me from the right flank. Meanwhile, I got my longbows over here, and they have been showering the enemy's light infantry units with arrows. So, I haven't totally ignored the enemy's right flank. I've kept them busy. So here it is. The Napatoons are throwing their crap at me again. It's really annoying. You hear those little explosions? Those are Napatoons throwing their things at me. I believe this is my very first battle where I came up against Napatoons. So I'm charging in my English Knights. They're going to engage these town militia and, more importantly, the enemy's Napatoons. So we're going to fight at close range now. Again, I mean. Yeah, the town militia won't do very well against my English Knights here. But they also have some support from the dismounted... I'm sorry, from his Napatoons. But yeah, at this point, you can tell who's going to win this fight. I'm just rolling up his flank from the center here. I'm going to roll all the way to this side. And all along, my English longbowmen are firing at his Janissary archers, who have been harassing me the entire game. His Ottoman infantry can also shoot missiles too, but I've got them suppressed with my longbows, as you can see over here. Yeah, my longbows are very, very badass units. They've been keeping up a steady rate of fire the whole time. So I've got this enemy beat on all fronts here. Just a matter of rolling up his flank. So here's my English Knights, my dismounted English Knights. They're the first into action against these Turks here, and these are just Janissary archers. They're trying to fight with their knives. But I got more English Knights coming into the action here. As you can see, tons of them. This is doom for the enemy's light infantry forces. I even have my mounted English Knights coming into the action as well. So I'm going to send my horses to crash in over here, knock out this back line of Ottoman infantry. It's going to charge right into them. That's got to be a very discouraging sight to see those English Knights on horseback. At the same time, having these English Knights rolling up the enemy's flank. Alright, so my opponent's troops has finally routed, all of them. And they're running away. So that was a clear victory for me. I had 870 kills, with 531 men surviving, and Last Samurai had 545 kills, with 126 men surviving. Good game to Last Samurai. I hope you guys enjoyed this Medieval 2 online commentary battle.